Hey guys! So first of all, I'm sorry if my voice sounds really bad or if I look extra terrible in this video. I'm actually quite sick, but I really wanted to film this because I'm super excited about it and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this video as well. So today's video is going to be introducing you guys to the newest members of my tiny little family, and that is my two rat babies. So in this video, first I'm just going to explain their story and how they ended up with me. Then I'm going to introduce you to each of them separately. And finally, I have a whole bunch of footage that I've collected over their time living with me so far, so you guys can watch how they've grown up and kind of just enjoy the incredible adorableness that is rat babies. So let's get into it. So growing up, I had a ton of pet rats over many years, and I just think they make the absolute best pets. I'm sure any of you guys who've had pet rats know exactly what I mean. They're super loving, super adorable, and pretty low maintenance as well. They're just really great all-round pets, I think. So I always wanted to get more pet rats. However, when I was living in Japan, I didn't want to because I was traveling a lot and I also wasn't quite sure how long I'd be living there. So it felt kind of unfair to bring pets into that kind of unstable situation. But when I moved back to Christchurch, I knew that I wanted to get pet rats, and another thing that's really important to me is adopting or rescuing animals over buying them from pet stores. So I wanted to adopt rats, and I knew that this might take a long time or be quite difficult because obviously rats aren't as common a pet as cats or dogs, so in my little city there isn't like a dedicated rat rescue or adoption center or anything like that. So I thought it might take a long time and it might never happen, but I figured, what the hell, I'll just keep an eye out, and if anything comes up, I'll investigate it. So as it turned out, about a week after I moved back, I was checking a buy, sell and exchange website here in New Zealand, and I found some rat babies that a woman had rescued. There were 27 babies and their mother, and she'd rescued them from a person who was keeping them all in a tiny little plastic container and not feeding them. So she'd rescued them all, but she couldn't take care of them because 28 rats is a lot of rats. So she needed to find forever homes for all of them. At this point they were 6 weeks old and I went to visit them, and they looked about 3 weeks old. They were tiny. She was trying to feed them up and she was weighing them every day, and she was just amazing. She did such a great job. I can't thank her enough. But they were tiny, and you could see all the bones in their spine, and you could see like all the vertebrae in their little tails, and it was just like so sad. They were also quite flinchy around humans, and they weren't very friendly at all. So I fell in love with them. I thought, like, this is obviously meant to be. This is what I've been looking for. I never thought I'd find rats up for adoption so quickly. It just seemed ridiculous. So I chose 2 rats. I wish I could have taken them all, but I really only have space to take care of 2 properly. I do know that she managed to find homes for all of the rats in the end, which is just so great to hear, and I hope they'll all be really happy. So I took my 2 home and I fed them up. They just ate and ate. They ate so much in like, I've had them for about a month now, and they've just been eating the whole time. It's been so great to see. And I also tried to get them used to humans. So I would just sit close to them quietly, or I would put my hand in the cage and just leave it there for a while and just let them investigate and know that I wasn't going to hurt them. So over the month that I've had them, they've come up to almost a normal weight for their age, and they're doing so well. You can't see their bones anymore. They're like little chubby, normal baby rats. They're so sweet. And they've also got really friendly with people. Like now they'll climb all over you. If you walk up to their cage, they'll like be climbing up the bars ready to come out and play. They'll go to sleep on you. They'll like nestle on your shoulder. They're just so sweet. I'm so proud of how well they're doing, and I'm so glad that they're healthy and happy. The only potential downside is that because they were so malnourished at birth, they are likely to have a shorter lifespan than regular rats, and they also might be prone to certain diseases later on in life. But I'm willing to deal with that, and I just hope that I can give them a really good life while they're with me. So now that you've heard their story, let me introduce you to the rats one by one. So this is the first little guy. This is Honey, and he is, well, they look pretty similar because they are siblings, but Honey is slightly paler and more apricot blonde than his brother, and his markings are very symmetrical. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hang on. Oh, and of course, as soon as I let him go, Honey is very cuddly. So as soon as I let him go, he'll just like want to go and find somewhere to sit, likely my shoulder in my hair. So I don't know how much you guys are going to see of him in this part of the video. I do have a whole ton of footage after this where you guys will see both of them a lot, but yeah, he's quite shy. Honey is a real cuddler. If he could just cuddle with humans and sleep on you all day, that's exactly what he would do. Right now he's in my hood. He's just a complete sweetheart. He is a little more nervous than his brother, so he won't like go and explore places very much until he has been in them for like a long time. He'd rather just go and hide in a corner or sit on my shoulder or do his own little honey thing. Let me try and get him out for you and show you him one more time. Okay, so here he is. He's got a little blonde face. Oh, and he's a little camera shy, so I was hoping he wouldn't be quite this shy for you guys, but evidently he's not really feeling the camera. It's okay, you're super cute, everyone's gonna love you, don't worry. And then, like I said before, he has very symmetrical markings. You'll see what I mean about him being slightly paler and slightly more symmetrical when I show you his brother. And he just really wants to get in that hood and go to sleep, so I'm gonna let him do that now, and now we will look at his brother. Say bye. Bye. Now this dude is not going to be camera shy. This is Spice. This guy is trouble. So let me see if I can hold him still for just like a second for you guys. You might be able to tell he's a bit of a darker blonde, like a slightly more beige color than his brother, and his markings are much more splotchy. So this dude is not a cuddler or going to go to sleep on you. If he's out of his cage, he is going to be exploring the whole time. And he's a lot less camera shy, as you guys can probably tell. This guy is a troublemaker. If someone eats things they shouldn't, it's him. If someone is beating up on their little brother, it's him. If someone escapes the cage, it's gonna be him. If someone is, I don't know, going to places that they shouldn't, it's gonna be him. He's trouble, but he's very cute, so we forgive him. As you can tell, he's much more active than his brother. He just likes to run around and explore everything. For a long time he was a lot bigger than Honey. He just ate more. He was obviously like the dominant sibling. Oh my goodness, go buddy, go! He was the dominant sibling. However, Honey has really caught up in the last like week or so I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, this is the two ratty babies. I'm going to try and put the footage that I have of their lives so far in order so that you can see how tiny they were. I didn't get any footage from the first week and a half that they were with me because they were just too nervy and I didn't want to force them to get out of the cage or anything like that. So the footage that you're going to see is not when they were super sickly, but they were so much smaller, and hopefully you guys can see that in the footage. I'll try and put it in chronological order like I said, so you can see them growing up. Right, I'm gonna let this dude explore somewhere because obviously that's what he really wants to do, and let's show you guys some footage of them when they were even smaller. Say bye! Bye!